With the release of the Farm Production Pack, we got a new distribution center. However, at the end of the day, it's really just a glorified selling point. If you're like me, you were hoping that this would be more like a warehouse than a regular selling point, so today I'm going to show you 6 alternatives that are out now for all platforms. From Pascal Counts, we have the warehouse, large logistic warehouse, medium-sized warehouse. From Burning SCS, we have the shipping warehouse. Caster's got a whole pack, the warehouse pack. And a video wouldn't be complete without HR Force, so we have their high rack warehouse. First is just the regular warehouse. This is from Pascal Counts, and it's straight up just a regular warehouse. There's nothing special, nothing auto-loady about it. Please let me through the door. A little bit skinny doors, but that's all right. Speaking of doors, all the doors open. The bay numbers are on the outside as well as the inside. And we've even got an area over here where we can turn the lights on so we can actually see. All right. Speaking of see, you gotta see this again. Look at that, all the way straight through. That's so cool. For players that wanna do things realistically and actually load and unload your stuff, this is kind of the place to do it. Although there are no areas with ramps, so you're gonna have to load everything in via trailer, something like that. Also from Pascal Counts, we have their large logistic warehouse. This actually comes in 2 variants. We have the main auto load version, then we have another version here on the right hand side, which there's no auto loading or anything, but we want the auto loading. This is also the one that's got the full office as well as a customizable interior. Yes, let's go into the front door just to show you this. If we go upstairs, this is where we get that customizable interior. If we click that, then the top opens up on this. As you can see, the other one, the top is still on. If I click the button again, then the top goes back on. This is really handy if you guys want to come in here and place anything down. Of course, we've got the red X's, but Pascal Counts, who's the creator of this, also has another mod called the Placeable Warehouse Objects, and you can download that mod separately and decorate this, which is really cool. But I'm assuming you probably want this because of the auto load feature. Well, let's go in and show you this. Funny enough, I had a hard time figuring out even how this worked. I just knew that it worked. I had to watch one of Looney Farm guy's videos. So shout out to you, man. Without you, I would have known how to use this. We have 3 gates at the front. We have G2, G3, and G4. G4 is the one that we want. Open that up, and we're gonna get a trigger that, boop, pops up right here. This takes pallets and pallets only, though it looks like it takes all the pallets, which is great news. We come around here, we have an open store dialog, just tells us the storage is empty. We can store up to 450 pallets, and then right here, we have a load setup. Now, if I take my big head away, you can see we have load location inside and load location outside. Don't click it for what you want it to be, click it for what it says it is. So I want the load location to be inside. Now this is not the load, this is the unload. I'm gonna cheat a little bit and use the F12 to click in some bread here, and you can see the bread is just disappearing. And I really want to see this whole warehouse full of bread. Oops, somebody filled it up. Oh, we still have a couple of them out here. So we have got this now full of 450 pallets full of bread. Auto-loaded. It did the thing that we wanted the other thing to do. If we come around here, we've got a couple doors that are usually closed if you're in, just purchased it. We come around here, you can see we've got some more bread here. It does have more space than it looks. Obviously, the warehouse is full. However, it does have enough space for all kinds of pallets, even armoires and stuff like that. No bales, so just pallets. When we're ready to unload, we want to go over to this guy right here. Well, actually, we need to double check, make sure we're inside. Yep, location inside. We'll click this, and we can unload up to 33 at a time. So we're going to click that. And it went, it resets itself. This front room fills up first, and then the side room fills up. So now we have 33 here. If we come around, take a look at the side room, there's definitely less in there. Now let's change it to the outside. So I'm going to come over here, back to my trigger, change this to the outside, come here. Now I can unload some more. We'll click that. Oh. It scares me every time. Now come around towards the back here. We'll open this door, and all of our pallets are going to be shown right here. There is a trigger here, but I don't know what it does, and there's no trigger over it, so I don't think it does anything. So now all of our bread is outside. I believe that this is probably what a lot of people wanted the logistics service department thingy to do, but yeah, it didn't with the new DLC. And whenever we close this door specifically, now auto loading goes away. So this is just a regular pallet warehouse then, but there's collisions on all these. You actually can't use them. So my recommendation would be to open G4, and leave it open. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do anything. Oh, and also there's another thing. This goes up. So if we open that up real quick and then come over here, we can actually open that. That's so cool. Now we do have differences for the second version here. There's just no auto loading. So heads up through there. If we open this up, we come in here, there's nothing. If we come over here to G4, we open this up. Nothing. No auto loading pops up here. So you're going to be stuck with this, which is why I definitely think you need the Placeable Warehouse Objects mod in order to make this one work. But at least there's an auto load version and there's no mods required, so they don't make you download it. Oh, and if you delete the warehouse with all the stuff in it, it doesn't look like it gives you your money back for them. And we've got all these pallets still here. Oops. The last Pascal Couch mod we're going to talk about is the medium-sized warehouse. This one is also super unique, and it does it completely different than the other ones that we've seen so far. You see we have a tip trigger in here. That's interesting. We have 3 bays. One of them is a little bit different because we can open this up and actually drive things in. So if you've got a small tractor with a little trailer on the back, or maybe you've got something on a front loader, or better yet, a skid steer, more likely a forklift, bring that in here. This is not a warehouse as you would expect. This is a production chain, but regardless if you have it turned on or off or anything like that, it just puts it in here. Let's say, for example, since we've been doing bread, of course we have spawn, but we also have selling and distributing. If you do spawn, that it works the way it's supposed to. If you have it set to selling, it will sell your product at the top of the next hour. And then if you have it set to distributing, it will distribute to somewhere else that needs bread. So this could be a really nice thing for you guys if you're doing a lot of different production chains, for you to utilize this. So it's all open here. So let's open all 3 of these doors. Not that it matters. This is just for you guys to unload. If we come over here, we also have a dock leveler, which is super duper cool. You can see it pops up, brings the little thing down, and then shoo, brings it back down so that if you've got your chrome trailer or something like that, you can easily load in. Now we've got that load trigger there, so we're just gonna go with some bread. Where's my bread at? There we go. 3. Never hurt, did it? Let's bring this over here. We've got 1, we've got 2, and now we've got the 3rd one. We'll throw that one. There you go. So now we've got all of that in there. We take a look at bread and it shows 0 liters. Well, maybe it's because I don't have it turned on. In all actuality, it's spawned it at the back. All the way back here. It'll load up all of these. Look at this. We got that. Not only that, because all of the pallet racks in here don't actually take up any literage space, we can bring in up to 100,000 liters at a time and have 100,000 liters of storage. 100,000 liters of free storage for all your crops. What do you have? Wool, flour, cake, butter, cheese, fabric, clothes, sugar, honey, cereal, sunflower oil, canola oil, olive oil, raisins, grape juice, lettuce, tomatoes, strawberries, chocolates, planks, furniture, and eggerinos. Huevos, baby, yeah! And the whole place will fill up. Super cool, very awesome. And if you guys want to kind of check this out, you can go in here, and this is where your production thing is. It is in sheds, so that's a little different. You can also change it up to whatever color you want, which... That's so cool. This one may be the most unique out of all of them because it works completely different than even I expected, but it actually works way cooler than I expected. And if you delete it, guess what? Your pallets still exist. Moving on from Bernie SCS, we have the shipping warehouse. Sorry, I got my notes over here. I have to take a look at them. This is probably the most straightforward one out of all of them. You've got a place that everything goes in, and inside there's a place where it all comes out. Very, very simple. It's also got a lift, which is super duper cool as well. So we can bring this down. If you want to throw a couple of pallets on there, maybe you've got your forklift, for example, because there are no ramps on this thing. Well, then you would have to put that on here. And as it raises up, we can come to the door and open the gate. So it actually works. The collisions are perfectly fine. And here we have, how many is that? 5? Yeah, 5 gates total. One of them is actually in front of one of the, or the loading trigger here. So if I were to bring a whole semi-truck full of stuff in here, matter of fact, we could check our collisions. Oh, it's definitely gonna work. That is huge. You see how high that is? Basically, that tells me where the trigger point is. So you can bring a semi-truck in here, good to go with all of your standard stuff. So let's go bread again. Oh yeah, by the way, this will hold 450? Yeah, 450 things of bread. I mean, I say bread, it's 450 just stuff, but I'm putting bread in here. I'm actually tired of pressing that button. So here's 202. Yeah. Where's everything else get stored? Anyway, over here we can get out 21 of them at a time, which super easy. There you go. Every time. It creaks. This is also kind of a neat place because we have, well, I don't think those doors open, no. But we do have like a whole lobby area here with a lizard thing at the front. We've got kind of a office-ish here, placed with some computers and things like that. This is legitimately a shipping warehouse, a warehouse where they ship things. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it works exactly the way you would expect, which is very nice. From Caster Modding, we have their warehouse pack, and this is different because it's actually a pack. There's a lot of other stuff that comes with this. I say a lot. There's 4 things total. We have liquid storage. We have bell storage. If we come over to the bell storage, we can actually store 1,000 bells there. We also have bulk storage here. It's a silo, holds 2 million liters. I think it's 1 million liters of liquid. But we also have pallet auto-loading in a warehouse. Again, just a different setup for the warehouse. We have 3 bays for semi-trucks coming in kind of at an angle. There's no auto-loading outside, but there is inside. So if we come up our ramp here, which again can be brought up with a, you can probably back a semi-truck up in there if you tried hard enough. There's no interior to this, so there's no like shipping warehouse role play kind of thing. We do have some shed lights. We'll turn those on real quick and show you these opening. They all open. They're just not special. So yeah, it is what it is. What you do is you bring your stuff here. This door does not open, and it pops out over here. It actually stores it on the other side of the building, but there's really not much going on. So let's get our handy dandy loaves of bread. We'll bring this over here. Boop, pop it there. Now we have pallets, and if we cheat a little bit and go underground, we can actually see it's on the other side of the building. If we come here, click that, we got our bread. Pops out right there. Aha! Well, it disappeared. I'm kidding, I have delete objects mod turned on. So this one's pretty cool, the warehouse pack from Caster. Lastly's probably one of the more basic ones. This is the high rack warehouse from HR Forced. There is no auto loading in here, but again, it's usable. They say that you could store up to 1,000 pallets in here if stacked up high. And so I'm not quite sure if this will actually reach or not. This is just the base game forklift. I mean, if it does, doesn't it have another camera on it? No, it does not. All right, looks like we're zooming out. That's as high as I can get this one. I'm sure there's a couple other mods out there, but at least for now, again, no auto loading on this. Let's just get rid of that. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Also, there's a lot of different colors. This thing is very bright. It's found in sheds. As you can see, tons of colors, including the HR Force Special Lime Green. And there it is, 6 alternatives for warehouses if the one that came with the DLC was not exactly the one that you wanted. All of these are bound and for all platforms, as mentioned at the beginning of the video, and they're all a lot of fun, and they kind of all offer a little bit of a different take on how a warehouse works. So the great thing is, if you've got one visually that you like more than another, or maybe you like the way the production side works more than something just spawning magically, well, you can do that too, and also give you a couple examples of realistic ways to do it. You won't see that often here on the channel. Nonetheless, hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like, get subscribed to the GoHam fam, do the notification dance. That way you never miss any videos like this one. If you have any questions, drop them down below. Otherwise, have a great day. We will see you later.